Oh,
get.
Phasmophobia. That would be amazing.
Oh, in VR? Oh, I bet.
And I believe we are live. Let's tell the people. Twitter.
Meanwhile, I'm still looking at all the VR games I could possibly get for Christmas.
VR. Did you get a set or something?
For yourself? For
I'm basically I'm getting one big ask this year for Christmas,
Money?
and so no, I'm not just gonna ask for money.
That's why, hey, you can't go wrong there.
Put the money in the basket.
No one
Like,
that.
ooh, keep talking and nobody explodes.
Oh yeah, that is a VR. It's a.
But,
Oh,
but
there's
are you
the
gonna
VR
ask for the
girl?
whole set, like with the thing, the gloves and all that?
Oh, I mean, it probably just comes with the
control
stuff.
sticks. Yeah.
Hey, Dora, that was amazing.
Dora.
By the way.
Oh my god.
That's.
You made me and Sam cry. Like I know it was, I know it was like a little bit, like, hey, it's Roman. Why would you cry? Because we're us. That's why.
The only downside to that is that you used my voice for it, and I didn't sound right. I don't think I did the performance well enough.
Nah, it was beautiful. Very beautiful. That was you. I didn't even know that. All right. Just give him a couple more minutes. Let me put this up in the Tundra Discord. So what did you guys do today?
Work.
Streamed.
You streamed. Yeah, that's right. You did.
Yes, I did a stream, and then I immediately went into watching some commentary, and then I had to
Lucky bastards.
What did you do today?
8 hours of engineering.
Oh, damn.
Well,
Yeah, fun times. Oh, then I edited the end of my video for the chapter 2 discussion
nice.
and uploaded it. So
excellent.
I'm already regretting. I committed to not doing chapter reviews this volume. I committed to it, and then close after the chapter 1 dropped, and I started seeing everyone's opinion to the chapter. I started getting annoyed. Like, damn, I got the itch. Like, damn, I'm doing it.
The Vex.
So now I can't. So now I'm like started. I'm like, I can't stop. I don't think.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
man.
I mean, why not just do it to the ones you want to?
That's
and
true.
That way you leave people wanting, so like you get that like Pavlovian effect, where like they'll constantly be checking back for your thoughts and see if you do it this week.
Ooh.
Yeah, I like that idea, but it'd be tough for me to do that because like I'm like a completionist. Like I don't like doing 2 and then skipping 1. It just look weird. Like going through my video, see chapter 1, 2, then jump to 5, then 8, 10, 11. It's kind of weird.
I mean, you can always just label it for both. Like
That's true.
Then.
That's true.
You're a completionist. What's that like? Because I start everything but never finish it. It's called ADD.
Well, only when it comes to like creating videos and watching like TV shows. Like if I start a season, I have to finish it. Like I won't watch anything else until I finish that season of that show.
So you never drop anything?
No, I drop it when I drop it. I drop it usually at the end of the season. I won't start the next one maybe, but
Okay.
I'll finish the season at least.
Just call me
usually.
baby. Damn, Vexed. Okay.
Unless it's really bad, then I'll drop it. What was the last time I dropped a show straight up?
Ignored. Ignored.
Oh, I didn't. What you said? I didn't hear it. My bad.
You said maybe, and it sounded like you said baby. I'm like, oh, okay, Vexy. You know?
No, I said maybe. No.
See, the last show I dropped was with me.
Rwby.
No. God, I'm in this for the long haul.
I drop it once a week.
Yeah, that's true.
No, it was this show called Kuma 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 Bear.
That title,
And-
though.
Yeah, it's a great title, but like the freaking show is just like it's an isekai that's just super saccharine, and like it's cute, but at the same time it really just feels like cotton candy. There's nothing of substance there. It's like, especially when compared to the 2 that I'm actually watching this, which is the Journey of the Journey of the Wandering Witch, Elena,
Yes.
and friggin' Sleepy Princess in the Demon's Castle, which I highly recommend to everyone because it's incredible. It is one of the funniest damn animes this like in the last 2 or 3 seasons.
What's
it's
it
like
called?
Konosuba levels. It's like great.
What's it called again?
Sleepy Princess and the Demon's Castle.
Sleepy Princess. Okay.
Yes, and it has a really catchy theme song, and it's super adorable, but at the same time, when you really understand what's happening, it's also kind of horrific.
Okay.
The best kind
Yeah.
of
A
horrific.
Madoka. Adorable.
No, 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 no. Like,
What?
it's hard to describe because like it's on the face. It's horrible if you were to imagine it being humans that things happening to, but it's all like monsters and such.
Okay.
So it's kind of hard to describe. It's just really good. It's a really good show. There's teddy demons and they are adorable.
I remember now. The last show I dropped in the middle of it, I believe, was Van Helsing on Sci-Fi. This is really, really bad scene I watched. Like, why am I watching this show? And I dropped it after that. It's really bad. Like, the character like left the other character to die, and it didn't need to be like that. It was really weird how it happened. Like, this is really like just bad. So I just dropped it straight up. That's the last one I can remember.
See, look how adorable these things are. They're so cute.
God, I can't remember dropping a show. I mean, like formally dropping a show, because there are shows I start and never finish.
Yeah, exactly. You just forget and don't go back to it.
Yeah,
Like
that's
purposely
usually what
dropping
happens
it is-
with me.
Like The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Let's see what
Oh,
Yeah,
God,
I'll finish that
dropped-
one day. One day.
I dropped The Walking Dead after season 2 because I was just like, all right, you've done like everything as well as you possibly could. This is like where it peaks.
I hear that the last 2 seasons have been the best the show's ever been. I've heard from like a whole lot of different sources. I've been kind of intrigued about it.
Well, I
But,
think part of that is because they like got rid of like everything that tied them to the comics. Because like if I understand it correctly, they've let's see, of there were like 4 remaining people from the comics that before the finale of the comics. There was Carl, Sophia, Andrea, and Rick. And as the series progresses in the live action, they've killed Sophia,
Well,
Carl.
well.
Oh, is that a spoiler?
I don't know. I don't know if I even want to see. I don't know if I purposely
know
dropped
for-
it or not.
I know that
It is a
there's one of
spoiler.
the
Yes.
One of the characters that he named, I know, didn't die. He just left the show. But I didn't even see that episode or that season.
Basically,
other
of the
people
4
may
people
not
that
want to. But, you know.
yeah, basically of the 4 people remaining in the comics, none of them are on the show anymore. So
Gotcha.
Okay.
Also, stopped watching The Flash. I got like 3 seasons in. I just stopped. I'm
That's
like,
like-
okay, I'm done.
Raymond's favorite, I think.
no, it's not a favorite. I enjoy it.
We always talk
I
about it.
enjoy it, but it has a lot of stupidity that goes on. It is a
That's why you enjoy it.
yeah. I enjoy it partially because of that, partially because there's some great actors on there. The guy that plays Harrison Wells, is
Yeah, he's good.
amazing. I love him. But like and what they're doing with him now, like I was kind of wishy-washy on it. I'm actually pretty okay with it. But like that show is just I kind of feel like, because I watched it and I've watched it all the way through so far, and I've watched Arrow all the way through, but I don't want to watch any other CW shows. I have no interest in them. So it's like, but yeah, The Flash is season 4. The Flash is very hit or miss. It has a really good villain, but it kind of goes to waste at times. Season 5 is terrible, just god awful. Season 6 is on the uptick. The sad part about it is that they've already gotten rid of Haley Atwell. Is that his name? Or something else? I'm trying to think. He's the guy that plays the elongated man, who you might think he's kind of a gag character. He's sort of like a miniature Jim Carrey type figure, and he's really good. He's actually like one of my favorite actors in the show. He's just his emotions hit home 90% of the time, which is more than most for the cast of Flash. Especially when you consider that Iris is on the cast. No one likes Iris, for the record. No one. But yeah, so that's where I leave it. He got booted from the cast because of things he said on Twitter like 10 years ago.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just,
That's
So
unfortunate.
came back to bite him, I guess.
yeah.
All right, guys. Well, just we like to give people a couple minutes to get in here, yo.
Yeah.
But before we start everything, Dora is amazing. Back in episode 1, the boys here were busting on the whole Roman. What was the thing with the Roman in the hat thing?
No. It was
No,
episode
that was
two.
episode 2.
Right. So what happened?
Because
Say the thing.
it was Crunchy Summer. It was everyone talking about
Yes.
Crunchy Summer, our good old friend Crunchy Summer, actually being part human. And a lot of people were throwing around Summer, hence the name Crunchy Summer.
Crunchy Renee Summer. Yeah, the middle.
Yeah.
It's always Renee.
We're just gonna keep adding. I put Esquire on the end.
Yes, I know. I love it.
But like the idea that it might have been Roman, we were all like, okay, if Neo puts a hat on him and like Frosty the Snowman's him back to life, we were all basically like, we were not just okay with it. We'd be disappointed if it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then here comes Dora, making her shit because that's how she rolls. This is what she made, guys.
The greatest animatic.
Why'd you have to make it all sad for, Dora? God. Meanwhile, the guys are just laughing, but me, I'm like, Sam actually. No. Hold on. Oh.
There's so much feeling.
Sigh. Oh.
Wow.
So fucking
You know?
cute.
Doing God's work there, Dora. Doing God's work. All right. Get back to
I
the-
felt that.
It was
That is the
cute.
only thing about Crunchy Summer they do that I will ever accept. And if they don't do it, I'm going to be so angry. Look, I tweeted it to Miles. I can't encourage it, but if Miles just so happened to get a sudden flood of this video,
Aren't you like blocked or some shit?
no, not by Miles.
No,
Miles
that
actually
was
said-
Gray.
Great,
Yeah,
blocked Miles.
that was
I mean,
great,
I'm sorry,
and,
Miles. I get it.
Yeah. Might be muted though. No way to tell
Probably,
about that.
probably, yeah. There's no way to tell, but probably.
Yeah.
I know for a fact that I'm blocked by Eddie though.
I'm not even blocked by Eddie yet.
Why? I don't know, because I don't tweet at him.
He comments thumbs up on all of my or not all of mine, but on at least 2 of my tweets. He's commented thumbs up and then just left.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he pulled a Gray where he went to my page and started reading, because I don't tweet at him very often, if at all. I think I tweeted at him like once. So I'm pretty sure he just went to my page like the day that the volume
what
7
happened
commentary notes came
is-
out.
It's
And,
probably a blockchain. That's what it really is, because like that's what happened with Gray, I think, because I had no interaction with Gray whatsoever, and I just got blocked by him.
No,
It's
I'm pretty sure
association.
I'm pretty sure this was an intentional block, because after he blocked me, like the next morning, like, oh, I have to block these people, blah blah blah. So he was clearly targeting at me. It was pretty obvious. I was like, it was interesting, but
Oh, I see.
but like I don't care. I mean, I don't.
Yeah.
It's just hilarious. Like I don't not bothered at all.
That's
I don't even know. Only time I find out people block me is when other people quote them and I can't see the tweet. Oh, I can't see the tweet. Oh, I guess I blocked the person. Oh, it's Eddie. Okay.
Yeah, that's how I find out I'm blocked a lot. I'll get comments like from people whose tweets I can't see sometimes. Like I mean, they'll actually like comment on my tweets, and it's just like, did you comment on me and have me blocked? What the fuck?
Oh my god, there's nothing more annoying than people who like quote my tweet that block me.
Yeah.
It's so annoying. Like just go away. Like you want to have your commentary about me, but you don't want me to see it. It's like whatever.
Yeah.
I don't yell at people on Twitter, so I mean, people say shit to quote my tweets and say shit all the time. I never say anything. I'm like, okay, I just laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, guys. So,
Interesting. People are very
chapter
sensitive.
2.
Chapter 2.
Yeah, guys out there, if you want to ask questions, make sure you at us with our complete names on YouTube, not just like the beginning or a couple letters, okay? People do try that. I'm not even kidding. So make sure that way we're able to see it. We're going to be going through some of the comments from our reaction as well to get some convo going.
Yes.
And just ask away. We may not get to you, but you know, I mean, I love you. I don't know about these guys. I don't think they love anyone. Do they even have hearts anyway? So, let's go.
No, but I have plenty of souls that I keep stored.
You don't have a soul. You're a redhead, remember?
No, we discussed this
They're
before.
not-
We collect
They're on
other
loan.
people's souls.
Straight up define Penny just now. Redhead with a bunch of souls.
Yes.
So is
Oh,
that
yeah,
what's
she
gonna
has at
happen
least
then?
2.
At least
Are you on that train, Vex, that she's gonna go?
that. Who's gonna go?
Penny.
Go where?
Nora or Penny. Go to
get
robot
killed off?
heaven. Sure.
Robot heaven.
Nora. I hope. Penny. I'm sure will get hacked. Will she die? Probably. Because I mean, once you get hacked, I mean, what can you really do with Penny? I mean, I don't see her leaving Atlas. So sure, Penny will die. Nora will die.
But
Ren
Vex-
and Nora die.
No, Nora dies, goes to robot heaven. Everyone's confused why she's there.
If I'm not
do know
mistaken,
Kevin-
Vex, you're the one who says that it's not gonna happen, yeah?
That was not gonna happen.
That she's not
Hacked?
gonna get hacked.
That's what I thought before I saw the intro,
Yeah.
where it's obvious that she gets hacked.
Okay,
Oh,
because I
okay.
did see your video when you were like, "People, stop saying that. It's not gonna happen."
Yeah.
I'm like,
And then when I did the chapter review or whatever video I did, I said, yeah, she's getting hacked.
yeah, okay.
It's quite obvious.
It's good to know.
And I'm fine with that as long as she like kills a bunch of characters. If she doesn't,
Yeah.
and she just get hacked and kill like a bunch of randos, then I'm not gonna be happy about that.
Yeah, Ruby's gonna try to like power friendship her out of it, and she's gonna be like, "Penny, you have to believe in yourself," and she just gets like impaled by 12 swords.
I believe I
I
have
would love
a
that. I would
Tommy
love that.
gun.
Turn into a straight up murder bot. I would love that.
Yeah,
Nice.
It won't happen though. I love it.
Let's see here.
We'll
What
see.
do we got here?
we can hope.
We can always hope, yeah.
We can get overhyped and then be disappointed when it doesn't happen.
And then rant, yeah, make videos about it, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, you know, at the beginning of the freaking episode, they're all stuck in there, and then there's a mustache snake or some junk like that. That was amazing. Robin, how do you're still, you know, get rid of Robin? Of course, right? Next.
Based on this last chapter, I mean, she didn't help herself very much. She was annoying to me. I mean, they started off with her yelling. She's yelling her usual crap.
We all know she's your waifu. Just admit it.
She was super annoying. She's punching the freaking barrier for whatever reason. She's just talking. Yeah, I don't. Why, Robin? That's my question. Why? Why is she here in the show?
Oh, I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but you know, that's have the exact same level of confidence on any character, right?
Yeah.
But you know what though?
That's true.
After today's video, after Fatman's video today, the top 10, or what best?
Best
The
scenes.
top and bottom scenes in Volume 7. The top 10 scenes in Volume 7.
I love the fact that you did a part of that just to annoy Vex, specifically to annoy Vex. I love it. Go watch that video.
I appreciated it.
And also,
Anything for you, Vex.
I appreciate it.
you kind of did make a point about Robin, that she wasn't.
Yeah, I made I
I
joked with him on Twitter. I said, yeah, just don't do the. I know where he stands about chapter 12. I know he likes that. Well, not like it, but he has it higher than I would.
I have it a lot higher than
Yeah,
a lot of people would put it.
Yeah.
I think I put it in the top 5 actually.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's sort of because the volume is a really low and really consistent. So like any sparks of life push them out of the dregs. But still, yeah, I didn't mind chapter 12 as much as a lot of people did.
I hear you. I thought it was one of the worst of the series, but hey, let's not rehash that chapter.
No, we're here for volume 8
Talk
now.
about volume 8. We're in volume 8, yeah.
Yeah, we're in volume 8 now.
Let's see, going through some questions here already. Let's see here. I just saw one. Where was that? So do you think this whole thing with Crunchy Summer and shit, like, what is up with that? Like, how did that even come up? What? Cause he can talk. Why not? Like I said in the video, like he just grew a larynx. That's about it. Like he was able to shapeshift. Isn't there a from England? I guess it's a wolf, a hound or something that it's mythical that shapeshifts. Or am I?
We don't know its
shit up?
name yet. We don't know its name yet. That's kind of part of the problem. I mean, it's obviously Crunchy Summer, but what I mean is like its classification. But like Oh, I was going to say with
Oh,
it.
hey. Oh, there it is. Okay. Do you think from Mars Rover? Do you think Crunchy Summer is based off of the Big Bad Wolf, or maybe even Fenrir from the Wolf of Ragnarok?
Ooh, Fenrir would probably be a good guess. Because you have a lot of apocalyptic iconography going on, and Fenrir is. What does Fenrir do? Does Fenrir die in that start? That's part of.
All I know about Fenrir is from DXD. He's a big ass dog. That's all I know. I have not watched Ragnarok. It's coming up soon for my Marvel stuff.
Yeah, it's an Old Norse god that the child of Loki.
Child.
That furry.
That slut.
Oh, it is foretold to kill the god Odin during the events of Ragnarok. So, this thing could kill Oz.
That's nice.
That's nice.
Which, I mean,
I appreciate.
honestly, to get anything to get rid of Oscar. So, I mean,
What if it kills? What if it kills Oz but leaves Oscar, and then Oscar's just there but like completely useless for the rest of the show? He never unlocks a semblance or anything. It's just he just sits there.
Yeah, that would be. Then people could stop asking me, why did you remove Oscar from fixing Rwby? Because then they would see that there is nothing there for Oscar to do.
Let's see now. Any more questions?
Yeah.
It's interesting because Oscar is going to get rescued at some point from Salem.
He's probably gonna get rescued from Penny too.
Yeah, well, because he's going to get hacked, right? That could work.
Yeah, she's
too.
gonna get hacked. There
Exactly.
you go.
So, but I can't envision how that's gonna go. Like, okay, he's with Salem now, right? She's gonna torment him and torture him for all we know. But then, how does he get out or escape or leave? I can envision how that happens. Because Salem, I mean, she can't die. She's all powerful. So how do you take him from her? I don't see it.
You give the whale digestive issues.
Gotcha.
It just spits him up into the city. Just goes blah. It's like all this giant like grim krill.
Solid.
What they're gonna do is, like, if I'm getting in the mind of the writers, they're gonna make Salem really dumb for an episode. She'll like leave him alone somewhere, like and like super open, so someone can grab him or something like that. You have to dumb down the character. That's the only way I see it.
AR Master, I heard you whip me over here, and I'm like, oh, jeez, that just scared me. Thanks for 7. Thanks for 7.
Yeah, no, I think like Salem is just gonna give like the Dr. Evil speech from Austin Powers, and like, no, I'm going to leave you in an incredibly slow death trap with 2 inept guards and yeah,
The dumb Grim, not the smart one, right?
yeah, not the smart one.
The one smart one she has.
They're gonna go off and play like Monopoly with the smart Grim.
Oscar just being like, "Ooh, that's no way to get ahead in life."
Oh my god, the whole thing. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
just rip it off verbatim from Austin Powers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh man. The wanted sharks with freaking lasers on their heads. Of course,
I could imagine a Grim shark with a freaking laser on its head.
I mean, yeah. And honestly, I don't think like the Grim Nemesis, whatever, Crunchy Summer. I don't think it was really the biggest. It wasn't. It was such a short moment in this episode when you really boil it down. It was only like the last 2 minutes that it shows up. Even though someone did point out that it was stalking them around the city long before that, and like that's why that one commenter was like, "Oh, it's Batman." And like, okay, like it stalks around the city like that. There's a lot of things that stalk around cities. It's not Batman. You gotta. All the same, like it was kind of cool that because I did notice it in a couple of shots. I'm just like, okay, I guess there's a Grim just chilling out there and no one noticed it. Okay, but I don't know. I mean, the other elements of the episode I think are more damning to the actual. More damning from a writing perspective because a lot of it seems not contradictory, but like unnecessary. I noticed it, unnecessarily snippy. There's a lot of people that are really at each other's throats this episode, and The only one I've seen is justified, and I mentioned this, was Ren.
Yeah.
Hmm.
There's an issue they're running into when it comes to their trailers. Their trailers are so on the nose. I put together the first 3 to 4 chapters already. So chapter 1 was basically an extended trailer, basically, and chapter 2 I put together based on what happened in the trailer. So because of that, I kind of knew was coming. I'm like, okay, at some point they're gonna go out to fight some Grimm, and also gonna get grabbed at that point. Okay. So the only thing that was actually surprising was when the damn thing talked. Everything else I kind of saw coming step by step by step. So I'm waiting for maybe after chapter 4 when they get rid of all the trailer shots, because I feel like I have the first 3 chapters mapped out already. It's kind of predictable. Everything's happened so far.
You think so?
So maybe after chapter 3, it'll get more. I can get more, like maybe more surprises, more, and things get more interesting. Right now I kind of see it all coming.
Actually, there was one thing I wanted to raise about the Grimm talking. In particular, the intelligence of this Grimm. In that, it feels like the entire fandom has forgotten the entire conversation that friggin' Oobleck gave to Rwby in Volume 2. Which, I mean, we've established Volume 2 didn't actually happen, but for the sake of argument, let us entertain the fact that Volume 2 is in fact canon, and Grimm can age to the point that they actually have a decent intelligence, like those mammoths that did not get anywhere close to Mountain Glen. So it's like, people just are forgetting that Grimm can learn. I mean, I guess talking is new, but they're acting like that's a huge step. Like, oh, it's intelligent. No, we've had intelligent Grimm. We've had them.
That's
for
true.
a while.
You have just the talking is something new. Wait till you see those reactions. They're gonna flip out to the talking. But yeah, like we saw in the Rwby's Volume 4 short, that damn Gorilla Grimm, whatever the hell it's called, it was pretty smart. That Grimm was smart. Like we've seen super smart Grimm before in the show.
Oh, okay. Here's a question: is that canon?
That's a good question.
I thought it was.
Because like
I thought
the
it
thing
was,
is, I don't know what's happening. Like we don't have any context of what's happening there, when, or why. Those are rendered differently.
Wasn't there something that said that Volume 4 trailer happened on the island of Patch?
Wait, what?
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah,
I thought that would happen on the way to Haven.
Yeah, there's part of the back of my mind that remembers working on the Volume 4 review and hearing like either a panel or a Q&A where they said that the trailer happened before they left Patch. And I was like, what? But like I don't want to try to find it again. I could just Mandela affect it again.
Summary. Clad in a tattered cloak and new outfit, stumbles across a burning village on the outskirts of Vale.
On the outskirts of
That's
Vale?
a Tumblr Q&A. Which kingdom was the burning village shown in the trailer closest to? It was a village on the outskirts of Vale, according to a.
Okay, so they weren't on Patch, and they're okay.
So they're on the complete opposite side of the world. I don't actually think that could have been canon based on the timeline.
So the left Patch went to Vale, and then I don't care.
Mars Rover saves us from this with a question. I heard someone say. I heard someone say that Rwby might lose an eye. And honestly, I don't really care because of a bunch of stuff that I said in the Volume 6 review.
She'll get a metal silver eye.
A metal silver eye. Like, I think it's so damn bizarre that the power of the silver eyes resides in the eyes. Like,
that is freaking weird to me for a number of reasons. Like, there's so much about like just the body generates this energy source of like aura and such. It's like, why the eyes? What?
The windows.
Yeah. Is there like a miniature power plant in the eyes? Like
the fact that it goes away when the eyes get cut, like when Maria lost her eyes, her silver eye power went away. It's like
maybe the power itself doesn't technically go away, but like the eyes are the focusing point for the power. They're like
it's the exit point. It's like the asshole. You can't leave your poop in. It's got to come out somewhere.
It's like the barrel.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a drink. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I mean, why are you picking on the eye so much? Anyway.
That's one of those things where Monty wanted to do it and not have to make it work within the story. But yeah, they should never have done it. Probably, honestly, now that I think about it, I don't like the motivation behind it. I don't like the well, not motivation. I don't like the exposition for it at all. I don't like how it's like, oh yeah, want to save your friends, then it's nothing. There's no downside to it. There's nothing interesting about it. Just okay, I want to save my friends, therefore it works. Yeah, it's kind of lame.
Yeah, I mean, I think Raymond had this idea that the eyes, if you use the silver eye power, you actually like burn out your eyes, and there's only so many times you can use it.
Sure.
That would
yeah.
make sense.
Yeah.
That's yeah. There's a downside. There's internal struggles. Yeah, something.
Oh God, I read a question from chat. Now everyone's asking questions.
Hello, that's the point. Welcome to my Ask the Questions, guys.
Yes. So.
But going back
Ryan
to this episode, though, is this going to be about this episode, or?
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah.
Sure.
Probably. If they're not, I'll shame them publicly. Do you want Salem to just slash out Ruby's eyes and deal with her power? I think that would be smart of her. I think that would be smart of her too, because the eyes are a big problem, I think.
But she wants her alive for some reason.
She wants her alive so that she can slash out her eyes, so that she can, be like an extra player for Uno.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Mediocrity asks, Naruto ran by the same logic. You can just steal someone's eyes. Oh God, when you say Naruto ran, I'm picturing like the Naruto run, and I'm like, why would you start a sentence? You can just steal someone's eyes and slap them in.
Can we get media in here?
And
I'm thinking about it for the neither next one or the one before. Now, thanks a lot, Raymond. Jesus Christ, surprise me!
Get all of that person's ocular powers. Oh, did that happen with like the Kakashi eyes and the Hyuga eyes and stuff like that? I don't remember Naruto very well, but I remember some stuff.
The Sharingan eyes, whatever. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that's what it was called.
Yeah, not the Kakashi eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonton asks, I kind of want the silver eye power to come out of the nostrils. Oh, that would be better.
And they need to still be called silver eye power.
Yeah,
Okay, back to the fucking fight or whatever the grim.
Yeah, anybody have an episode 2 question?
No, where exactly do you guys stand? I know it's been like a couple days now, but where exactly do you guys stand on the fact that they waited a certain amount of time before they try and helped? Is it, oh my God, I've never seen a grim like this before? Like, is it just way out of what are their problems? Why didn't they do anything? Or like, wow, maybe they were tired and
a big black wolf-like monster with spines coming out of it is currently trying to kidnap a small child with a 1,000-year-old man inside of him. We are well informed on all of this, and we are still, instead of trying to fight this thing, we are standing there gobsmacked at the fact that it has started trying to speak, despite the fact that we know that there is an evil overlord sorceress who can transform and mutate the Grim at will.
Do they know that?
I mean,
I don't think they know that.
They don't know.
Also, they were
think they can
gobsmacked
infer.
before it opened its mouth.
They learned that there is someone that controls the Grim. You would I would
They did?
like what they saw one of the Grim crack open and project a hologram.
There's really no excuse for this bullshit. There really isn't. Like Oscar gets attacked, and like 34 seconds goes by. They're just standing there watching it happen.
Is it literally 34?
34 seconds before
Like, you counted it
anyone
for real?
moves. Before anyone moves.
Wow,
34
okay.
seconds.
I think would save it if they just had like Yang, Jean, and Ren making, "Oh no, please don't
No,
kill
I did not say
Oscar."
that. Okay, stop. Enough with that. That's like the 4th time you made the same joke.
Very disingenuous sounding.
Ah.
Don't take him away. Don't please. Like
Please don't. Please don't. I don't have all day. Please don't take him away.
don't break his aura. That would have made sense. Yeah, but they stood there like they never seen a Grim before.
I think not that this is much of an excuse, but I think it was just animators like, fuck this. I'm like, oh, so at the point is he gets away? Well, let's just have him get away. Like, I just think the animators didn't want to make a fight.
I mean, you could have just had him grab Oscar and fly away, and then beat him
That
up
would
a
have been
little bit.
even less animation. You're right.
That way, you wouldn't have him to stand there watching him get his ass kicked. Oh, I wonder what you do something about. Then Yang decides, all right, I mean, ride up on my bike and try to punch it while on the bike. It was just it's so bad. Then she like gets slammed against the wall, and she tells John not to do anything. Meanwhile, it has its back turned to her for a whole 10 seconds. She does nothing. I did the whole thing in my review. It's
You
bad.
did?
It's,
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering
yeah.
how long it took. I was gonna time it actually.
Yeah, it was 34 seconds. They did nothing. Then it was 10 seconds when it had it back turned to Yang. It did nothing. Then there was another like 20 seconds where they just stood around and watched it transform again. Yeah, it was like a lot of standing around and doing nothing.
Oh, fantastic.
But the fandom will say, "Oh, they were shocked. They didn't know what to do."
Yeah,
Professional huntsman. Yeah, okay.
I don't know if that cuts it.
No, not at this.
I mean,
point,
I know that it doesn't cut it.
yeah.
But like trying to suspend my disbelief on someone who wants to say that, it's just like, you gotta be taking the piss.
Yeah.
And it sucks because I'm sorry. It sucks because like they did such a good job with like Oscar's desperation. Like he ain't had like he was just like
Oh, yeah, his little kickies.
swinging and,
Yeah.
and kicking and trying to do his best and that got me for a second. I'm like, oh my god, like. But then it was like, guys,
I'd say that was great, and then no one did anything.
Yeah.
it was,
Like,
They were impressed that he was holding his own for so long.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god, Oscar was doing something, guys. Oh
It
my
was so
god.
good. It was so good. You're like, somebody help him. Like that's how good it was. Like help the dude, and they were just standing there.
Yeah.
Like no one moved while he was being tackled, by the way. like we were so focused on the fact that he was being tackled, no one moved in to help him while he was getting mauled.
Yeah.
Like here's the thing. They're on hover bikes. Ram the thing.
Yeah, that's better than doing nothing. Yang she tried to punch it while on the damn thing, and then he stuck out Oscar. He just tried to swerve and just grabbed her off of the damn bike. It's very embarrassing.
Alternatively, drive at it. He holds it up in front. Tackle Oscar. Tackle it out of his grip. And while you're clinging to him, have your friends attack the wolf while it's off balance. Like there are so many different tactical decisions you could take in that situation that could give you an opening, and none of them were taken.
You have to try something because you remember his aura is broken, so the Grim could kill him at any time, right? He could just kill him at any time. So standing there doing nothing is a bad thing because ultimately the Grim could decide, all right, I'm gonna kill him now. I waited long enough, so we have to try something. Like worst case scenario, we have a thing called John, who can heal him. So even if you accidentally hurt him on the process, John is there. He can heal him. So do something.
Yeah, I mean, like, wife got impaled all the way through her ribs. Like, that I don't care the fact that it technically missed vital organs. Possibly. It could still have punctured a lung, for the record. And, like, even then, puncturing the intestines is not a good thing. Like, that leads to serious infections. Like, she got a serious wound that probably should, cut a couple of arteries there.
Like, I mean, didn't like doctors look at that and like confirm that her liver was punctured?
Oh, totally. I'm pretty sure people like examine exactly what was damaged. Like that was a fatal shot right there. Like that's. And I know we kind of like fast and loose with how damage works in movies, but I thought that was the reason we had aura in the first place, is that we could basically ignore the traditional tropes and just go with, oh, everyone can take hits until they can't. Like I thought we were basically foregoing the traditional tropes of, oh, I got winged in the shoulder, and just being like, okay, I got winged in the shoulder, but it doesn't hurt. Oh, now my aura's gone and I got winged in the shoulder and I can't use my arm. Like I thought we were leaning towards that. I thought that was like the intent of aura, but I guess not.
Yep, she got impaled, and 10 minutes later, she was kicking ass.
I mean, I still to this day think one of my favorite moments in all of animation is in the show Noir. It's a fantastic anime. I love it. I showed Dashi the first episode of it.
Interesting.
Yeah, it starts interesting. It gets really like not bizarre, but just really good assassin story. And at one point, one of the main characters gets a hole shot in her wrist, and so she has to swap to her other hand, or otherwise support her main hand in creative ways in order to actually use her trigger finger, because like the muscles just stopped working, because that's how puncturing works. And I'm like, that was just such a well done sequence that it's left an impact on me. Meanwhile, people getting impaled in Rwby have left less impact on me than the last sneeze I had.
All right. Yeah. Looking through the comments of the reaction video now, there's a couple of people trying to, stand up for the fact that they waited around. I'm gonna post them on the screen because they're really long, so I'll just put them on the screen. But keep going.
Before we get too far away from this, I wanted to make the comment about Oscar's aura being broken, and I really want them to they're not going to do it, but I really want them to have the discussion of, hey, so Salem's trying to kidnap Oscar. Should we just take him out so that she doesn't get Ozpin? We don't know where Ozpin is gonna go. But neither will Salem, and she won't. If she gets Oscar, she gets Ozpin. But if we, one of us snipes Oscar, then Salem won't get Ozpin. I really want them to have that discussion as part of this.
Oddly enough, I think they could. I actually think they might. It's one of those weird instances where I think that's such a crazy idea that they might actually have I feel like they might actually go that dark. They might
I think there's a 0% chance any of them will say, "Let's snipe Oscar." Yeah, I don't think it'll happen.
No. I think it'll be more and if we can't catch up to it, and they'll have a somber well, we can't. They'll say well, we can't let her have Ozpin.
I don't think they're gonna do it, but I do think that it would be negligent of them to not acknowledge that as a last chance.
Last resort.
Yeah, last resort. Fate's Awakener says the only one of the group that has a little bit of an excuse was Ren, since he was also jumped on by the Hound. Nobody else has an excuse, and that's Ren's attempt was still bad.
At least Ren tried. He shot his hooks into the damn thing.
Yeah,
he tried something.
Yeah, we did try it.
Yeah, that is good.
John just sat there on a damn hover bike. Oh, I'm sorry, the HVB Rhino. I'm sorry, that's what it's called.
That's what it's called.
Yeah, the HVB Rhino. Yeah.
CJ Black says, I think it would have been better if Salem just sent a squad of flying Gorilla Grim with the Hound to act as bodyguards. So yeah, I mean, yeah, coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Yeah.
Hindsight is 2020. Blake Sparks says, do you think the new Grim could be Salem? Because no, we saw that Grim and Salem in the same place at the same time. At the end of the first chapter.
I mean,
so,
they could be an extension of herself.
Puppeteered by Salem.
Puppet, or in lore, there's aspects of gods that appear, do things.
You could argue all the Grim are an extension of Salem. You could, if you wanted to.
No. She has control over them, but she's not the source of
them. I agree. But because they're all coming from her.
I think it's the other way around. I think it's more she's actually an extension of the Grim. Yeah, I think because here's the thing. She was the one introduced to the Black Ooze. She was the one infected by it. And it's actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it's very possible that her doom the world mentality not only was shaped by her previous circumstances, but by the fact that she's being infected by things that are literally just out to destroy.
The only reason I would disagree with that is because after she jumped in ooze, she didn't go straight away to kill people or destroy people. She went to go hide in her little hut or a little home for God knows how long. And then,
I mean, long enough for evolution to take its course, right?
Yeah. Just sat there in her damn witch home for until Ozma showed up. Oh, I can leave the house now.
And is someone going to raise the question how is her brain surviving this? Because everyone experiences this as they get older, but time speeds up because you have so many more memories to reference back to. Time just gets faster and faster as you get older.
These are the Rwby writers. Let's not question their knowledge of the human brain.
Once you hit 300 years old, days are going to go by as seconds to you, perceptibly. That's sort of how time progresses. So if she has lived long enough for evolution to take its toll.
Yeah. Cammy asks Raymond, going with the Ragnarok allegory, who do you think would be Balder? He's
Ooh.
basically the person whose death kicks off Ragnarok.
As in, like, no hair? Or
Oh,
is that a
Penny.
significant name?
Penny. It would be Penny.
Uh,
Penny would be Boulder in this circumstance.
Should I not know these?
It's just part of Norse mythology. I'm vaguely familiar.
Yeah, basically what happens is that Loki, I believe, shoots Balder with an arrow. Like he's tricked into shooting Balder with who Balder is a god or a demi. I think he's a god that is immune to damage. His mother made a deal with someone
Yes.
to basically make him immortal.
I remember
Oh,
that
you-
because of Nearly Unread. I remember this.
Yeah,
In the tree
And-
or something.
yeah. And what happens is there's I think it's hemlock. They put hemlock on the arrow, and it's the only thing that can kill him. And so Loki is tricked into shooting a hemlock arrow at Balder, which kills Balder and kickstarts the end of the world, which is Ragnarok. Or maybe no, I think it makes Balder vulnerable, and then he's killed. I'm trying to, because the thing is, like, my main knowledge of it does come from Nearly on Red, but I also watched a full playthrough of the God of War game, so God of War 4. So I'm like
Very
kind
good.
of like, I'm like, it was Kratos that killed Balder. No, he's this random Greek guy.
We did it, Reddit. We killed Balder. Actually, Balder was hit by a mistletoe, not hemlock.
That was it.
And it was actually Balder's blind brother. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks for that, Ryan Carson. Thanks for putting us in our place, in our Norse mythology place.
I love when that happens.
Okay, Loki was the trickster that put the arrow in the quiver. Okay.
Yes. Oh, do we have a question from the reaction that we need to
I'm
answer?
looking for some right now. See, just a simple one.
Yeah.
Just like, what do you think happened to Yang's bike? Which one? Like you've seen
The Yang's bike. It's still at the bottom of the creek, right at the waterfall.
Yeah.
It's gonna wash up in someone's laundry.
No,
The HBV
Adam's,
Rhino?
Adam's driving that bike all the way to Atlas right now.
Hercules asks, "What happens if Oscar dies before his soul merges? Do both him and Oscar just chill in the mind until the next reincarnation?"
Good question for another time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no clue.
I haven't the faintest.
It's just what you think. I'm looking for an answer. We know you know everything, guys, but not this. You know everything but Rwby. How about that?
CJ Black, when they hack Penny, would you prefer it if her entire self is controlled, or if it's just her body controlled but her soul keeps her fully conscious? Like what I did in Fixing Rwby, where she was self-aware the entire time as her body was basically refusing to work.
Yeah, the latter.
Yeah, I would prefer that option where like she is self-aware
That's
and
super
can't
interesting.
stop it. I think that's way more horrifying
Yes.
and has way
kidding?
darker implications.
Just make sure she actually like kills some people that she cares about.
Yeah.
Or the Happy Huntresses, either or.
I'd rather see Salem kill people than I want Salem to be.
That's fair.
To be
That's fair. Yeah, that's
mean.
fair. I agree. With you.
The thing is, I don't want to see Salem kill anyone unless it's like a specific type of like it was like an Ozpin figure, no, Ironwood, like kill like Salem needs to kill a certain pedigree of character, or else she loses her status as the big boss. Like if she's just down on the streets, like killing innocents, unless it's like through just her very presence dissolving people into dust.
yeah.
If it's not
Just walking,
that,
mhm.
if she's actually putting in an effort to kill people on the street, I'm gonna lose credibility for her as a villain.
Yeah.
Like, as the big boss. The
So
big
it
boss
should
is
be-
not
it needs to be
solely
a
her
lot
head.
of people that don't matter, or a couple of people that are like high status.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
Just something before the end of this volume, please.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anything really.
Yes, I'll take it. Just make her, establish her as the actual big bad, and because right now they have Ironwood. He set the tone in the first chapter. You want to kill somebody, right? You kill someone in the first chapter. You got this whole thing about Penny getting hacked, So like, okay, you're worried about Ironwood. Penny might kill people when she get hacked. When is the Salem going to actually, you know? It's interesting.
What if Salem couldn't actually? What if Salem's actually really weak, and she's just had like hype marketing the whole time, so she doesn't actually like she like I mean because we've never seen her. We've only seen like the illusions of her through Emerald and through the Scyphozoa.
No. We've seen her power level because she had that fight with Ozpin where she basically destroyed an entire building.
That was a billion years ago.
And she what about what she did to Hazel? She straight
Yeah,
put him down.
that was scary. Yes, that's right.
She did do that, but did she just open a port like a puddle and then like have Grim reach for him? Like what like I mean that could have been Grim. That could have been Grim hands and not her, actually her. Maybe she can just
forgot about that. So I mean,
yeah.
I think well. The reason why I think it was her because remember when he said I have more to report and she opened up again, it just waited. It just sat there and waited for him to say something stupid. She's under complete control of that.
Okay, all right. That's true. I concede to your wisdom, good sir.
not to mention Cinder. What the hell is happening to her this volume? This her backstory bullshit. Like who knows?
Yeah,
she have a lot of moving pieces between Penny, Cinder, Ironwood, Salem.
Which I mean, in fairness, there's a lot. Of, well, I'm just happy to see moving pieces.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's Spring fans saying? In the time after Baldur dies and Ragnarok begins, there is a winter that lasts many summers called some word. Fimbul's winter. Cool.
Who's that?
Spring fan. It must be hard, Spring fan, to talk about a winter that lasts through the summer.
Yeah, that's all I hear. Like I just see people. I'm like,
New ship, winter and summer. Everyone ship it.
No, let's not.
Oh Lord.
No, I mean maybe like winter and that Grim who might be summer.
that's some
Is that an actual theory, or you got joking?
That is literally there were 5 people that suggested it might be summer.
Yeah.
You have heard oh, okay. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, just in like, you know, the Tundra Discord, which you can join for $1 to any of our Patreons, except Vex's.
Yeah.
But you can still pledge to Vex's too.
When I start one, whenever.
Oh, you don't have one?
I don't have
to start
yet.
one. Boy, do it. But yeah.
Well.
Yeah, the theory was that it's Summer Rose. Or at least somebody human.
There is some of that. Fate's Awakener, Salem in that scene with Hazel, tossed a table with her mind. You're right. Yeah, I'm kind of forgetting that scene happened. If Salem was so powerful, why hasn't she just come in and wrecked everyone from the beginning? That was what I asked in Volume 6 review.
Because storytelling, because they don't. You know, the big bad stays back and doesn't do what she like. She can't be killed. The show be over, right? But I mean, there's ways. It's still a good way to tell a story, and like make a character like that interesting. But they're doing it in a way that I go on about it. Yeah, it's old.
I mean, like Maria was the worst she had to worry about 60 years ago or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
So why'd she like sit on her ass for 60 years waiting for another? Another silver-eyed warrior to show up before doing anything. Ryan Carson. Also, when it happens, Fenrir's 2 wolf sons will devour the sun and moon. Hot.
Sorry, I found it. I fucking found it. The name for the ship between summer and winter.
No.
It's called Seasons.
It's called Autumn.
That is garbage. And the alternatives are May to December or maiden names. Yes. Whoever made this needs to be shot. This is terrible. This is terrible. What was this?
Okay, so
White Fang Lieutenant in Summer is Summer Project.
Yeah. A lot of people in the comments of the video say that the Crunchy's real name is Caesar. Is that official, guys?
I don't know.
Like out in chat, do you know?
Did it get confirmed?
I don't know. A lot of people are just calling him that. Apparently, it's because of that Planet of the Apes or some junk.
Oh
Interesting.
god.
Oh,
no.
oh, suck. Okay, yeah.
I get it.
Apes together strong.
You stupid ape. No. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Oh, Jormungandr will be unleashed, and the armies of the underworld will come as well. That sounds pretty fun. Why rely on incompetent people? Because good help is hard to find. Nebafrazurg. Hazel's motivation is killing Ozpin, so will he defect if Salem doesn't let him get his revenge? Ooh, good question.
Sorry, I'm looking at the episode on the Rwby Wiki. I'm looking at episode 1. I'm looking at the list of characters, and it's just Clover Ebby, corpse.
As himself. Aura Master DX. Do you think they're gonna do something with the councilwoman? I said this in the reaction, but I think they are going to dress up Watts as the council dude, and they're going to have him be like on the council.
Are you joking or are you being serious?
He was.
I'm pretty confident that that's actually not a possibility.
I'm being like okay, serious is a relative term, but as far as me talking about Rwby, I am kind of being serious.
Okay, gotcha.
Did you read that question? What was it?
What are you talking
I didn't.
The one
That
on
was
screen?
there was something on the stream.
Oh yeah, no, it was more like a comment about like I didn't read it. I just put it out there because.
Yeah. Did we address it?
Yeah. No, it's. Oh, just keep talking. I'll put it up again.
Yeah. Okay. Ryan Cart. Oh wait, no. That anime guy, Rwby Critics Podcast, says, just waiting for Salem to send the cast of Narnia and try to destroy its magical pillars. Only for Lion Jesus Aslan to send them to hell. That sounds like a reference to that one C.S. Lewis book that I never read.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Ryan Carson says the gods and the warriors of Valhalla will battle the forces against them. Thor will kill Jormungandr, but will get fatally poisoned by him. So Nora will likely kill Tyrion, but get stabbed. Fantastic. Cammy says, does Hazel know that Ozpin reincarnates? I think he does. If not, what will he do when he finds out? I think he does know. Because he was there in chapter 5, or I mean in volume 5, when he's like, Ozpin!
I'm hoping that
I'll kill you over and over again.
I thought about something that could be happening. Okay, I hope so. Anyway, because Hazel's motivation is just. I'm hoping he's playing. He's not. He's just like, pretending to be under Salem, and then that way he's like, yeah, I'm gonna get Ozpin, but I really want him to get him alone so we can talk on how to kill Salem. Boom, boom, boom. Hopefully.
Yeah, because it's like if it's not if she died on a training mission at Beacon. Mm-hmm. It's sister, but it wasn't the Grimm that killed her. It's like the landing strategy. I remember when that was like a theory going around that she just hit the ground really hard and died that way. Okay, let me take a gander at this comment. I don't
know. I just really enjoyed the first reply to that.
Yeah. I was a little unsure if they read. Or if they read comments in this section, but here goes. In the shipping tube scene where they show the robots doing menial work, wouldn't the company make robots to mine the dust in the caves if they portray Jacques as someone who likes profit? Wouldn't it be cheaper and easier to use robots rather than hire Faunus? Yeah, but racism.
Yeah.
Actually, I want to bring up the greatest villain in all of fiction, Handsome Jack from Borderlands 2. who has a line when you are storming the Hyperion facility where he said, where there's a message that plays over the like automated, like speaker system that says, oh, if there's a Vault Hunter attacking, remember to use your body to shield the Hyperion robots because you're less expensive.
Wow.
If you die, we don't have to pay you.
Wow.
And if the robots break, we have to pay to repair them.
I was gonna raise the point of it might just be more cost effective to have people doing the mining, and because like you would have to have programs. I mean, to be fair, their robots are super intelligent in this setting, and you're right, it doesn't make much sense why you wouldn't have robotic miners if you have that technology. But I mean, I would just fix it and say that the military has those advanced robots and no one else does, so that's fair, I think. But like if they have access to those things, I mean, you could say that it's just harder to program a robot to be careful around dust and to be like to find it necessarily, to like mine it out carefully.
It all depends on how much you're paying the finest. Are you paying them $15 an hour? Then yeah, then you're like, all right, I'm gonna automate that shit away. But if you're paying them pennies, then you're gonna keep the people and not invest in the damn automation. And
But then, other people were getting paid the same wages. They were saying at the party, so it must be a good price, a good pay.
Well, I mean, okay, does he hire humans to do the mine to dig in the mines?
But that's what they said. Like, even non-faunus, like he hires both or something, and they get paid the same amount. Remember at the party?
Well, no, I mean that's even assuming that he would hire a human to do that kind of labor.
But we saw humans in the mining group.
Did we?
Volume 7.
Did we?
I thought there were humans
too.
in that truck.
They were a mixture in the truck.
Unless they were just non-showing bonus.
Assuming they didn't have like weird feet or a tail or something like that. We saw the upper body. Right?
Yeah. I'm not sure. I mean, maybe they really just like don't want to like. No, Jacques isn't racist. Buy our Jacques T-shirt.
It's a victim. Which, by the way, I still say it's a callback to Weiss's "I'm a victim."
Yeah, that was a great catch. That was a superb catch. I'm sorry that like I was. For some reason, I just didn't in that reaction. I felt snappy. So
yeah, you were like, "Who cares?" Next, I was like, "I care." No, I was like, so proud of myself too.
Yeah, you got a great catch there, Dash.
That's a good catch. It really is.
The anime guy for the Great Podcast says, what's better for making the cast suffer? Capture and torture the cast by them being really stupid, or leave them to get eaten by Grimm? I mean the cast. Like what do you mean? Like what do you mean? I don't really know the question. For making them suffer.
Keep asking those kinds of questions. I like Fatman's.
Can you read that question again?
What
was that question?
What's better for making the cast suffer? Capture and torture the cast for being really stupid, or leave them to get eaten by Grimm?
I honestly didn't even hear the question. I just heard your reaction. I do not agree with any of that. I don't even.
Yeah, like I'm not. Oops, it's my coffee cup. That's I don't. Yeah, like I don't know. Like to get them to make them suffer. I mean, like.
Whoa.
You can make them suffer very easily in either way. Like you could maroon them in a fucking little place, or you could have them captured. Although if you have everyone captured, then it's it's like the story's kind of over. Like you'd have to deal with that. It would become an escape. I guess it would be an escape either way, because they'd have to escape from like being surrounded and eaten by Grimm. So I don't really know. Either way would work.
Fatman, these are one of those questions where it's not really an answer. They want to express how they must don't like the characters. So
and I just want to thank Blake. Thank you so much for the donation. You saw me scuttering and trying to find it because I put the thing up there. I was like,
oh yeah, because it showed up behind.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Oh my god, what up, girl? What up? All right.
And yes, I do know they probably weren't expecting a real answer, but I aim to baffle with my odd response.
Oddness is this.
Yes,
I appreciated the breakdown.
Yeah, I'm glad.
See, I don't understand you guys, like all of you. sometimes you're like, yes, well, if you turn whatever 38 degrees, only if it's on a Sunday, and then after this, and then other times you're like, I don't care. Next. Like, which one is like? We got to catch you guys in a good day.
There's a point, like there's a point where like there's an impact on the overscale, like on how things scale. So, for example, certain elements are like dominoes, where if you tip it over, it's going to hit another domino that tips over and hits another domino and just keeps on going until you have this entire chain of waving dominoes that make the entire thing fall apart. Others are like a domino in the middle of a parking lot on a very, very hot day where no one wants to be in the parking lot. Like,
Well, no, look, okay, I just got like an even more topical. It's like some questions are like swing states and some questions are like spectator states. It's just like, oh, no, I know how that's going to land. Doesn't really matter. And this one is like, it's kind of important. We should think about it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like somebody's going to ask a Florida question and we're going to answer the fuck out of it. And then somebody's, gonna ask it like a a California question. We're gonna be like, no, go away. I've given up on that a long time ago.
Yeah, it's just hilarious to me because sometimes when you guys read a question, I'm like, oh god,
Here it comes.
Here it comes. No, they're gonna be like, why even bother asking questions like this? Meanwhile, Raymond like rolls out like his notes that he thought about this question already, and here comes Fatman with his chart. Like in a cigarette, like it's all a conspiracy.
Yeah. It's all Pepe Sylvia. This whole box is Pepe Sylvia.
Whenever I think you guys are about to dismiss, you discuss. That's what you do.
Miles Luna is putting chemicals in the script that's turning the freaking frogs gay.
I mean, wasn't that Ilya? I mean, she wasn't a frog, but close enough, right?
The freaking chameleon's gay.
Yes.
No. Let's see. Ryan Carson. Why? You're talking about eugenics there, but what kind of power would Ironwood have over Ruby to make her shag up with Whitley? Like, that is a very long-term plan when you get down to it. You're asking two kids who are barely, if any way, legal.
Yeah.
You're trying to force them to get together. There's already so many immortal things going on there already. So then you have to wait 9 months and 18 years.
Right.
Okay, 13 years if you really want to push it for the kid to grow up to the point that they can use a weapon.
And then there's this type of answer where it's both. they get dismissed and they discuss. I'm going to the ladies' room. I'll be back, you guys.
It's such a stupid question.
Look, if any show can be saved by eugenics, it's probably Rwby. Like, Salem goes around systematically hunting and killing all of the silver-eyed warriors, and then Ozpin should be systematically hunting down and like maybe not personally fucking, but like putting them in romantic situations where they would fuck, so they would make more silver-eyed warriors. Like, that should be Ozpin's main goal in the story.
Like, try and make them all Catholic, so they all have like huge
families, no birth control. Yeah, you'd also have to put the kibosh on all of the lesbian ships like right away.
In fairness, modern Catholicism in general is kind of okay with birth control, so. But
they're okay with birth control, but not homosexuality. They've gone in the wrong direction.
Oh no! Did you not hear that? The Pope just declared that he's actually on board with gay civil unions.
Good on the Pope then.
Yeah, so it's like that's sort of like the official. I mean, there's a lot of issues I have with the current Pope, but yeah, that's one where I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm on board with that. That's nothing I'm against there.
Pope, more like dope.
Pope Francis.
I forgot how to pronounce your name. Says, why didn't Rwby say her silver eye? Why didn't Rwby say her silver eyes and anyone else at Atlas with silver eyes could stun and vaporize the whale? I mean, they threw this little sneaky scene into episode 10 where Ruby's like, silver eyes, and nothing happens. So they're trying to make her like inconsistent. And in the first, 6 volumes, they showed her attempt and succeed 3 times. So they're trying to give her the.
She had. In the first time she did it, it was by accident. The second time she did it was Maria, right? That was the Maria one where
Yeah.
she was like, focus on the happy things. And she's like, she had someone guiding her through it. The third time she did it, she needed to call in backup with Jin so she would have time to actually pull it off. And now she's still struggling with it. And I think that's fair that she doesn't understand how to control it.
She used it
because
in Cinder.
no one bothered to sit down and actually teach her how to use it. Oh my god, seriously.
She was in the finale against Cinder too. Everything about Ruby's Superrise is stupid. I guarantee. I'm booking it now. The next time she uses it will be against Salem, and it won't do shit. That's gonna be the result. She'll use it. She's like,
Yeah.
I used it against Salem, and nothing will happen. She's like, is that it? And that's the next time I use it. I guarantee it against Salem.
Yeah.
Nothing about her Silverize and her usage make any sense. She should be the one out there helping with evacuation because you had the damn Silverize. But it's just
one of two things will happen. Salem will shrug it off. Salem will shrug off the Silverize, and it'll be like, that's just what your mother tried to do. Or
exactly.
B, she'll use Silverize, and it will like purge Salem of all the black ichor in her body, and it's like, you cured me or whatever. And we'll all be sitting there like, why has no one tried that before? Why has literally Summer Rose apparently came within spitting distance of Salem, apparently. Like, why did she not try that?
She wants Ruby for something. She wants her for she wants to Silverize in her presence for some reason. But I don't know what. Like,
maybe it's like a back scratcher.
All right.
I got this spot. I can't reach it. Can you get it? It's like a grim.
Yeah. Oh, appreciate it. Feels good. She'll say that after Ruby uses it against her. Like, Ruby used it just like to try to kill her. So, oh, thank you. That was bothering me the whole time. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Carson, the problem with your statement there is that you're basically suggesting me that would only have happened possibly before he went insane. Like you're suggesting he does the eugenics before he actually decides to do things like cold-blooded murder. Like, it's now that he would be okay with it probably, and now he has no control over Ruby. So you're like, you're kind of like skirting a don't know. You're basically calling up the wrong tree.
Does Ironwood even know about the Silveride Warriors?
Does he? We don't know.
That's a good question.
I mean, like, apparently no one knows about the Silver-Eyed Warriors, even though they've been protecting people very well for a long while.
And the only people we knows about it is Crow and it's Osmond.
Crow and Osmond.
Rwby, Ozpin, Maria.
Yeah. Besides, like, the main cast, like Team Rwby, they know now, obviously, but like in terms of the older folk, just Maria, Crow, Osmond.
Well, they actually explain Ironwood's semblance in the show.
Oh god.
No, they've already said it. They don't need to anymore.
I hope they don't, so we can pretend it's not canon.
Exactly. I'm convinced it doesn't exist because it's a personality. Are they actually going to explain how Penny actually got the power? No. I'm convinced they're not going to do it. They're not going to touch it.
No. Penny's trans.
It just happened. Like, all right, it happened, but don't talk about it. Like, don't. It's weird.
Yeah. Why didn't Ironwood just said? Oh, wait, you already responded to that. Any thoughts on Ruby's need to always have the lead in the right and have everyone against them be wrong and evil? That's bad writing. They're not creative.
Eddie, is that you? Yeah. No, I think ultimately at some point, she has to have them look into herself, and say, "Okay, I'm not good at this." It has to happen eventually, right?
You see, here's the problem: is that even in Dragon Ball Z, like in Dragon Ball Z, the heroes are always portrayed, like Goku and they're always portrayed as morally righteous. They're almost always morally in the right. They might have to do questionable things from time to time, but they're always morally in the right, and the villains are always morally wrong. The problem is the type of show it's trying to be. Dragon Ball Z is literally just wrestling. It is an excuse to have characters beat the ever-living crap out of each other with superpowers. In Rwby, they apparently are trying to portray themselves as something a little more artful, a little more tricky, a little more mature in that sense. Although I don't use I use mature very incorrectly there. I don't know a better word for it. They're trying
Rated
to be
I for immature.
they're trying to be smarter than Dragon Ball Z, which is dumb by design. Dragon Ball Z is dumb by design, but it knows what it is and it has fun with it. But Rwby is dumb by accident. And if that makes sense, then you know where I'm coming from.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Just they're yeah.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, I get you. I mean, I like that Yang finally said, "Okay, Rwby." Like someone had to say it. These things haven't been working out since you've been leading. You're just running your mouth. You haven't really said, "All right, my bad, guys. That's kind of screwed up there." But there's none of that. She's just saying, "We need to do this. Now we need to do this. Now we have to do this." At no point she's like, "Yo, my bad. I called that wrong." So Yang had to say, "All right, Rwby, can you shut up for a second?" And I appreciated it, even though it came from Yang. And
and it
I
was
like,
kind of like partially Yang's fault that all this happened.
Exactly. Yeah, she's not a good messenger, but I'm happy someone did it. I'm
And the thing that also
Mhm.
pisses me off is like they were all united at the end there. Like it doesn't matter. You fell on Team Rwby's side, and you were part of the decision-making process that said, "Hey, we're going to resist Ironwood no matter what." Like
Yeah.
you can't just blame Rwby for that. You agreed to follow.
Yeah, they agree. They co-signed on it. They didn't have to. They co-signed. And even if though it didn't make no sense, they co-signed on it. And then she went and did her own bullshit when she said, "Oh, let me go behind Ironwood's back," when not told Team Rwby about that. She didn't tell Rwby about that. She did that on her own. So yeah, she's not a good messenger. For the life of me, I don't see how anyone can not see that Team Rwby did some fuck shit in Volume 7. But there's people out there.
Yeah.
I think they did nothing wrong.
It just galls me the fact that Team Rwby is portrayed as like in the right during that entire conversation, and yet if you think it through logically, you're just like, seriously, if you don't go with Ironwood's plan, the entire world is being threatened immediately. Like,
well, it's like high risk, high reward. Like, you know, like Ironwood is dooming all those people. Like Ironwood is just like straight up dooming Mantle, and Rwby is like, no, both. It wasn't like one or the other. It was like a both or only one, except you're just applying a lot of unnecessary risk to it.
She had no plan. She was like, let's hold out long enough, and maybe she won't be. She was banking on Salem not being there that close. She thought, oh, maybe she's a week away, not 5 minutes away. She didn't know. She's like, hopefully, this is like it's like the whole Captain America versus Iron Man thing. So she's like, all right, Team Rwby is portrayed to always make the morally correct decisions. All right, we gotta save everyone, no matter what. No matter what, we gotta save everyone. I don't care if she might be 5 minutes away. She might be right down the street. I don't care. We have to save everyone somehow.
Okay.
I was like, there's a chance we might not be able to save anyone. So let's just make a way now and like grab our bags and head out now.
I have a question.
No one's like, so I'm fine with that as long as you don't make it seem like Ironwood's he's wrong or he's wrong. But I don't know. A lot of people think he's being crazy or off his rocker. Last volume,
or that he lost his heart.
I almost forgot
the whole Tin Man thing.
Yeah.
But real quick about that, before I lose it, I lose the question, is, okay, you just said to yourself, like, oh, a week away or 5 minutes away. Okay, they've been there, right? So what are they doing up there? Like, are they just circling looking for a parking spot or something? Because why aren't they attacking? Like, what are they waiting for?
Dashy.
Tell me.
My whole thing is that I kind of wanted her to like to swoop in, but they're going a route of, okay, there's shield, Atlas being protected by shields and defenses apparently that we haven't really shown. Yeah, that's what Ironwood said. He said it won't be able to last for that long. Or in chapter 1, he said our defense won't be able to last very long.
The hard light shields, shield.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Mantle is open. Like they could attack Mantle if they wanted to. They're just not. Apparently.
Mantle is not only open, it is currently freaking handicapped because the heaters don't work.
Yeah, they've abandoned Mantle completely. So she could wreck Mantle if she wanted to.
Yeah, what are they waiting for? Like, why are they just hanging
out? There's too many nice coffee shops in Mantle. They don't want to ruin like they're gentrified coffee shops and they're really nice and upscale, and like she's so concerned about destroying them in the process because they're some of her favorite places to write her
right.
fanfic.
I mean, she is the whitest of the white ladies that likes her pumpkin lattes. So yeah.
Oh yeah. That woman is getting her pumpkin latte every morning. She's logging on to AO3 and she's writing her Shira, Ketra
And
freaking
Dragon.
what's the princess? No, yeah,
And
yeah,
Dragon?
Ketra and Scorpia
Oh.
or Ketra and Glimmer fan fiction. She always has Adora as the main antagonist.
Because he's jealous, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a jealous lover.
This is all very relevant, guys. Okay, this is very important stuff.
Yeah, this is canon,
we,
Salem.
we are establishing more character about Salem than the actual show.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just wasn't sure. Like maybe I missed something that they're trying to get through. I forgot about the hard light, whatever. But
No,
I imagine Grimm's kind of bouncing off of it like a moth on a light bulb.
okay.
We need to see that. We need to see that.
Like you get a sense that if Salem wanted to get through it, she could. Like that's the thing. You would think that if she really wanted to get through the shield, I mean, she can't die, right? So if she wanted to get through it, she could. I mean, we've seen the damn.
I would just be like, we have a hard light shield. Meanwhile, Salem, and just ram good old Philip into the freaking side of it, or like send. How's this? Here's an idea. Let's send Grim up through the chutes that Oscar fell out of.
Yeah, or up through the what the hell? The snow
Snooze.
shipping. Yeah, snow shipping. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't say shipping.
Schnee shipping shoots.
Snowshoe shipping.
Snowshoe
Yeah.
shipping.
She
bank.
sells by this
The bank.
store.
Okay, they went to the bank, right?
With no God, how can there be no man? Is there an afterlife if there's no God? That's a good question.
Let's see. J
Is the afterlife even canon?
HSHK asked, "Do you think Ironwood will end up as a head in a jar on a robot body like Nixon in Futurama?"
I would be okay with that, honestly.
That'd be cool.
No, but I'd be fine with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you guys think Ironwood's going to do with Watts besides use him to hack? That's like the number one. What's the second reason he's going to do that?
Well, you can always check out my fan fiction.
Where they
Definitely
both become furries? Sure.
He'll use him to hack, and nothing will be wrong. Nothing bad will happen from that, right? Yes. That's what's gonna happen. I mean, I can't think of anything else.
No, I want him to hack, here, hack Penny, and then as soon as he's done it, then he just fucking 2 in the head, like.
Okay.
You know.
What? I want to hear you guys' opinion on this because the reason why I thought Penny was not going to get hacked because I thought to myself, there's no way Pietro would design his daughter to be able to be hacked, right? Like, okay, if I have a daughter and she's a robot, the last thing I'm gonna do is allow her to be hacked. So I'm gonna make sure there's no way this girl, my daughter can be hacked. But apparently, all Watts needs is a computer and access to the Atlas system, and he can hack her. So
Well, I mean, the way to make her unhackable. I mean, because you can't really make something
Right.
unhackable.
Exactly. I was going to say.
Sure you could.
You would just have to.
she has a soul.
Well, they can't hack her soul. That's why, her body's going to be doing shit, and her soul's going to be like, "No, body, don't do that."
But, the way to make her unhackable would be to make sure that there's no Wi-Fi.
Yeah. So my thought process. Go ahead.
You have to get physical access to her, or trick her into connecting to an extension cord or something. If it's just oh, I'm gonna go on the internet and I'm gonna enter hack.exe,
Gonna
but
look up friendship is magic. We'll find the solution now, won't we?
I'm just gonna upload a terabyte of pony porn to her hard drive,
Oh,
and
God
that'll
damn it.
drive her insane. But something like a scene where he tricks her into going to a recharge station or something, where he's got to trick her into hooking up to a hacked thing. Because if she just has Wi-Fi that's just available for any public network, that's gonna be all right, Pietro, I think you fucked up here.
Exactly. I understand. Yeah.
But
So
if
go ahead.
he hacks You remember that thing that like little thing she was in the beginning of chapter 7? Like he's gonna hack that thing and then gonna set that out.
Yeah,
He's gonna connect.
I can accept that if she hooks up to something and then he does his little mumbo jumbo, then fine. I'm good with that. I can accept that. But like if she was just flying about, all of a sudden he's hacked out of nowhere, that would have been weird. But if he can like send something in there, then I'm good with it.
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah.
Okay, or like they do something with Petra, like they grab him or they kidnap him, and then they do some sort of voice changing app, like whatever, and then they say,
Fancy.
this is Pietro, you're dead. You need to come down to show and show because, and then she gets hacked.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my best Pietro. Thank you.
That's almost as good as my best Pietro.
Streamlabs
Not
for tips
very.
for my impressions. Yep. No.
Who would use AK-1? Wouldn't the AK-150s be a high surplus since they got decommissioned? What?
The robots that got
I'm sorry, I
decommissioned
can't
going
read.
through.
Can someone? Wouldn't the
basically he's
AK-150
asking
be a
the
high
robots that got
surplus?
decommissioned in Volume 2 to replace with the ones that got used in Volume 3 onward? Wouldn't they be in high supply because they're decommissioned? They're not being used anymore. Possibly, but I don't know. I don't know if you want to sell military robots. I don't know if those are going to go on the market. I mean, you can sell tanks, but a tank isn't going to go out on its own to shoot people if you program it to.
Interesting. Yeah.
Can you buy military drones? Can you do that? That'd be amazing.
Only one way to find out.
Yeah. Go on Craigslist.
Let's see here.
I just realized something.
What's up?
Kiersey and Carrie wrote chapter 1. Miles wrote chapter 2.
Oh, are we?
That might mean
Are we coming up on an Eddie chapter?
Eddie's special.
Uh-oh.
I hope it's good.
Honestly, I hope it's good too.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
God, I hope so. Apparently, looking at go ahead.
I just hope it's not a repeat of episode 4.
They released a little chapter description. It's definitely going to be it's going to focus around them getting into the military base. So Penny and Team Ruby's team and with Penny.
Oh no, it's going to be comedic focused.
Yeah,
God. And it's
And
gonna
Eddie-
be.
yeah. Eddie loves those Penny Ruby scenes. Lord, we'll see.
Yeah, I do
is he a
hope
nuts
that
and
they
bolts shipper?
cut it.
I don't know. He got in trouble with the shipping community earlier.
Yeah, because the freezer burn comment.
Because the freezer burn comment.
Wait,
I do
wait,
not
wait.
know.
I need to know this. What happened?
Okay, so
Someone posted
said,
a meme image that was like, "Oh, don't you just love ships where the characters would definitely get a divorce?" And then he retweeted it. He quote retweeted it with a freezer burn.
Freezer burn.
Yeah.
Okay.
How could he not know? How could he not know what he was doing?
What is that? What? Why is that bad? Why am I not
freezer
getting
burn
this?
is Yang and
Yes, I know
Rose.
that. So.
Well, it's not bad. Just that know how the shipping community is. They flip out about anything.
Yeah.
So they went on.
Seriously, if Miles were to tweet "White Rose," just the word "White Rose"
Exactly.
with no context, literally just tweet it,
Yeah.
the entire Ruby fandom would explode.
Explode. Yeah.
What are you saying? What do you mean? What's going on? What are you doing? Yeah.
Yeah.
Confirmed. Confirmed. Yeah. Exactly.
In the commentary, he describes Ruby and Crow's relationship as fatherly, and Carrie
And he
scolds
said
him for
wrong
it.
or something. Yeah.
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 He goes, "You just opened a whole like." Can of worms.
Can
I
of
mean, the
worms.
word that he was looking for is familial.
And he said it too.
I thought he said familiar, not familial. I think.
Well, they have the same root.
Yeah. He said.
Same root,
yeah.
but they have different meanings.
Yeah. Family. It's like no,
Family.
no, you said the word already. You everyone knows, all right?
Yeah. Eddie's.
But he was so like apologetic, like, "Oh, I didn't mean it." It's like, did
Yeah.
you now seeing the freezer burn thing? It's like I think he knew what he was doing.
After watching Volume 7, I'm confident in saying that Eddie is the worst writer on the show.
I think so too. Like,
Unfortunately. because you think, oh, they're gonna bring in new writers. Oh my god, there's no way they're gonna be worse, and then one of them is actually worse.
Yeah.
That sucks.
And it's just because like he wrote Chippy Ruby, didn't he?
I have no idea.
He wrote for RVB 10, which was awesome. He wrote the funniest joke in RVB 10. If I sit any tighter, I'll strangle my seat. That was an Eddie joke.
Like, I was gonna say, like, logically speaking, maybe he's more of a touch-up writer than he is an actual full-fledged writer. Like, I kind of get that feeling from him, is that he's the guy you bring in to be like, okay, we need to spice this up with some comedy. Let's look where we have room, type deal. I don't think he's good on his own.
Every single it's weird. Like every single thing he did, every decision he made, while I'm saying I hated it, especially his stuff. I hate it. It's weird.
But I can't say this name. Nebo Fraz.
Yeah.
I love you.
I gave up on
we're trying.
Nebu's name.
Hey Neb,
Nebal?
listen. Listen. No. What do you think? Why do you think they're pushing racism when they ignored it for so long? Was the question.
Are they?
Oh,
yeah,
they did. For last time.
The last past chapter they did. Interesting because none of it involves Blake really.
No, Paul.
Who?
All right. I feel sorry for Blake fans. She's getting shafted like crazy. Like I said, I forgot what video it was. I said they will not talk about Blake. Blake won't get any focus until Vacua. Like she's just a background character through all this. When we get to Vacua, she'll bump back up again.
Vexed. Real quick, what did you think about the joke that she made with do you own everything? Is there something that you don't own?
Come on, I just pronounced that perfectly and no one paid attention to it. Damn it.
Sorry.
We're sorry.
Oh, it's my revenge, Raymond, for you not allowing me to have that in the show. No. Say it again. Do it. Do it.
Go ahead.
I don't know if I can do it again.
Well.
Coward.
No Bauerflugzeug. No Bauerflugzeug.
No Brauchzeug.
It's
Hey,
German.
Neb, what up? Again. So, Vex, you were saying?
Is it bad? I don't even know what joke you're talking about.
Right before
It wasn't really a joke.
Right
They
before
just
Nora
laughed after
sucked
they
her
said it.
off. I love whoever wrote that. I can't remember. Looney Goons. Yes.
What?
Right before Nora sucked her off. Okay. She said, "Oh, is there something in Atlas you don't own or something like that?"
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember that joke now. Yeah, it was solid. I didn't hate it.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah. It's like it wasn't a joke, but they laughed after they said it, so we're supposed to think it was a joke.
Yeah.
I really don't like when they do that. I mean, not only Rwby. I don't like when other shows do that too.
Well,
It's like the laziest version of lampshading.
It can be, but people do laugh at stupid things. Like awkward laughter is a thing.
True, but these are usually meta things. At least the last two times in Rwby they were.
That's fair.
Wait.
I love
you
that your real
guys-
name is Blake. That's awesome, Blake. I thought it was just because of the show. That's awesome. And also,
You were
I'm
Blake
sorry,
before
but not
it was
because of
Blake.
Blake. I mean, I love Blake, like aesthetically.
Blake has been getting
I
better
wish they
since she
could
doesn't have anything to
do
do.
more.
Like I like Blake more since she's been out of the picture.
Yeah, Blake with nothing to do is actually okay, and I've been
Helping her.
making that joke pretty consistently in Rwby Abridged.
It's helping her. Who knows? But maybe by the time they go to Vacua, she might be like a new Blake. You know.
Yeah, really.
Blake, do you get like offended her? I know you do like her. Like, what is like when you see stuff like that when Fatman they really drop on her, dude? Like, what do you? Good? Do you want to cry? Do you need a hug? I'm here, yo.
Now, are you a guy, Blake, or are you a girl, Blake?
I think she's a girl. She's got to be a girl.
I don't know.
She's
I sound like that. I think
Married.
he's a girl for a second.
she's married. I think if it's the person
I'm
I
just
think it
curious.
is, she's married, and I think her husband's also in the tundra.
Ryan Carson says, "Wait, you guys,
Cool.
I think he's worse than Miles and Carrie." Well, Carrie, I think, is the strongest writer in Rwby.
Yeah, Kerry, I think genuinely from everything I've seen, I think he genuinely takes a lot of the criticism to heart, and I think it really weighs on him. And I actually feel kind of bad for him because I feel like he takes a lot of the harsher stuff really personally too.
And I feel bad for Miles too, because I think he takes it a lot harder than it's meant most of the time, at least by me anyway. I think they both like don't really see criticism as
take this information and improve. They see it as
You suck and you're
you
always going to
suck and you're always going to. It's just like, no, get better.
And it's quite obvious that they read and watch all the criticism. They absolutely do. It's obvious
I
at
think
this
so
point.
too.
Like
Yeah, I
they
think
watch
so.
all of it, the good stuff and the bad stuff. They take it all in.
Yeah.
Like I've heard like literally, I heard them say it's like literal lines from videos I've seen. Like, yeah, you guys watch all the criticism stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I've definitely seen like direct references to my videos.
Yes.
Yeah, but no, I do think Eddie has. I mean, I like, you know, some of the plot stuff, some of the Volume 5 stuff, but like Eddie's stuff is just bad, and you can tell because it's bad in a different way. It's like I don't want to watch this, and Miles' stuff is like this is so bad that I need to learn. Like,
Yeah. Every decision he made, like it was his idea. Apparently, at first they're gonna do. They're gonna have Tyrion shoot into the crowd and blame on the Atlas military. That's what I thought they're gonna do. But his idea, no, we should have them blame Rwby.
Blame Penny.
Then became Penny. Blame Penny. Like it was his idea.
Just so
And
this is
everything-
constructive, real quick, guys. If you could pick something that he did wrong, how would you have made better?
Who in specific?
Eddie.
Miles, Eddie.
The execution. The problem is his
Literally all of
execution.
episode 4. Literally all of episode.
Oh,
like,
that's too
like Eddie's
blanket.
problem. Eddie's problem is all execution. Like
Yes.
it's not conceptual. Like that's the thing I like about Miles. And I was gonna bring this up is that like Miles is the kind of guy I would want in a writing room because he can give one of two different things. One thing he can give are some really fantastic ideas that I think you could take places. Two, some really terrible ideas that you know exactly the minute you hear them, you're like, yeah, we're doing the exact opposite of that.
Okay.
yeah,
Like that's what I feel like Miles can contribute the most to the writing room. And I think Carrie is very much a shaper in the way that he can actually like take those ideas and make them into something. Although he doesn't do the let's go in the opposite direction of the bad ideas thing. He doesn't do that.
Yeah.
He listens to Miles, I think, a little too much sometimes. But you know what? I like them both. I think they're actually pretty nice guys. Eddie, meanwhile, it's all about like he's given some decent ideas and then he just like makes them all into jokes.
Eddie is the idea guy with no payoff. Oh, we should do this, but he didn't have the foresight to say, okay, now make that matter. Why does that matter? Ultimately, what comes of it? What's the results? What's the freaking?
So you
know,
think
he just says,
he
Go ahead.
values like humor more than what's actually happening? Is that what I'm kidding?
I don't. Well, I mean, I don't dare speak for the man, but I think he thinks that he is better at comedy. Like I think if he's given a scene, then he's like, I know how to nail this. I'll make it funny.
Okay.
And in Red versus Blue, that worked
Because it was a comedy.
because it was comedy. But in Rwby, that doesn't work. So making jokes out of like, I mean, like in Volume 4, it's like, oh god, I'm so tired. It's like, no, we need to go out exploring. And they're like, yeah, we just did that. That's what Volume 6 was. And it's just like, oh my god, stop.
No, what I think is like Rwby used to be a show that was an action comedy. Like the first 2 volumes, I would argue, had like action comedy roots. It was like there was comedic things going on all the time, and there were action things going on all the time. It was literally really light on story as a consequence. Volume 3, the first half of the volume was sort of like that, but then it hit like the fundamental shift where it went from being an action comedy to being an action serial. Mm-hmm. And it stuck in that gear, and you can't shift back out of that, especially not after Volume 4, where they doubled down on it by introducing the idea of like these overarching gods and threats. Yeah. So I think Eddie is writing for a show that no longer exists and hasn't existed for the last 6 years.
Okay.
And he struggles with dialogue as well. Like Penny, Rwby, horrendous. Weiss, Winter, horrendous. Crow, Rwby, bad. It's all bad.
The Aesops, like, oh, I want to have my friends back, just like you, or just like that.
Just like that.
She's like, friends. It's like, yeah, her friends. She wants to have her friends back. Like, where did you get the idea that she was talking about your friend?
I know, right? Like, friends. This isn't the schoolyard kid. Like what?
And says the one of them that actually does have a friend.
Yeah.
Like the whole Elven Vine thing. It's just like, oh, they're fucking they love and support each other because they're Elven Vine from the Fable. And it's like, no, I have no friends. I have 0 friends. So fuck you, Vine, my only friend in the world.
Exactly. Meanwhile, they're all standing over Clover's bed all pissed about his death. Like,
I want Mara to lean over, like, are you gonna eat that?
Oh fuck.
Just start gnawing on his arm.
I have
69
Jesus
viewers.
Christ.
I have to
69
avenge my
viewers.
friend's death. Yeah, exactly.
You just
Sorry,
made it
continue.
like 59 with that joke, so.
I did. Oh. Still says 69 on my screen.
Eddie also wrote that abysmal dialogue during the Aesop's fight with Rwby when they're like, it's yeah.
To be fair, okay,
Dang,
yeah, there's been
yes.
times where it has taken me out, like in last volume where, was it the Nora thing? The Nora with the thunder thighs or whatever, that was
Thunder
okay,
thighs,
but
that was
something
Eddie.
else did
That's
it.
Eddie. That's Eddie. Yeah.
That was him? Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
sure. Okay, I understand. But to, like, blanket him completely and be like, nah, I mean, we don't know him, you know? I mean,
Elm has freaking Blake captured, and he's like, "Oh, don't listen to her, Blake. She's just following orders." And he like, and she's like throws Blake. Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's bad.
and good. Okay,
I
glad you
don't
didn't get
get joy saying that. Just how I feel.
No, that's cool. I mean, that's fine. I just, like I said, in order to make it like constructive, because I like know you guys, you know, I know that you got your reasons for saying your shit, and sometimes like it comes off different, and of course I come off different too, and I just want to clear things up. That's all. All right. So there was a question here about a game. If I had I can't find it. If I had a Rwby game, what kind of video game would it be? I can't think of any video games, but I would like to have like a really, really good D&D type of game with Rwby, like with that kind of world.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of a video game though.
I think that do you know like Tales of Symphonia, Tales of Vesperia?
No.
I think that would be the kind of video game that I would, if given the opportunity, given the magic wand of IP ownership and infinite resources, I would be like, nah, just make Tales of Rwby. You know, Crow is one of the old is you know, he's the good character and he's also the old one. It fits perfectly into the stereotypes.
Raymond just
into
yelled
the-
something, I think.
No, sorry, I was talking to someone.
Oh, okay. I thought you were.
And I was.
yelling.
Oh man, I'm tired. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I was just
fine.
walking in. Please continue your thought.
I thought you were like throwing your 2 cents like after like coming back from like, the bathroom or whatever. But Ryan Carson, listen. He says, yeah, be honest here. You like Blake because catgirls. It's okay. Most people seem to like because catgirls, sure. Maybe it's something about cute, aloof women
Way better
that
cat
people
girls,
love.
like Callie.
Sure. Who doesn't
There you go.
fucking
There's better
love
cat
them
girls
ears,
in the show itself.
You know? And she's hot as fuck. Like, I think she's fucking beautiful. I don't like what they did with her character, though. I'll stand by that. That's about it, you know? Okay, so, let's see.
Yep.
There's one more here. Where'd it go? Raymond, do you think it's better if Rwby distance themselves from the community to avoid something like Eddie's situation while having an ear open for criticism and ideas? Kaiser Sausage, like, personally, I don't see the problem of people being a fan of their own show. If that sounds like egotistical, then sure. But, like, if I were writing or voice acting in Rwby, and I had, like, I love Bumblebee. I just fucking love Bumblebee, okay? But why am I not allowed to say, oh, I hope they get together at the end? If you know, the fandom's gonna explode. Like, why would... It's not my fault. I just want to say something.
You know, I think the fandom is a very sensitive place, and I don't understand why. Like, I never understood shipping wars. Like, maybe for like that brief year-long window where I was such an idiot adolescent shipping fan. Like, but after that, you start realizing
You
They
just
have-
said the same word 3 times, Raymond.
What?
I'm gonna slap you, Fatman.
I didn't hear him.
Such an idiot adolescent shipping fan. Sorry. Continue.
Regardless, sorry, I would have more witty rejoinder to that, but my brain is starting to die.
Yeah, it's, we're gonna wind down soon. Go ahead.
Yeah, so but like you start realizing that people are allowed to have their spaces for their ships, and like the thing is, you have to be careful about attacking ships because like people take that very personally because a lot of people don't they feel the ship represents them in the same way that characters represent them, and that's not usually very healthy.
It's just fandom in general.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know. I think Eddie was poking a bear there. So I mean,
Yeah. Well, apparently he was naive. He had to have known, in my mind, but apparently he didn't. He thought he could just get that off when no one's going to say anything. But he's learned. He's learned. It's unfortunate. I mean, they should be able to say what the hell they want to say. But if you're once you're a writer on the show, you need to be careful.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, you could be. Sorry, a good example of like how not to care. I believe it's the voice actress for Azula. I think that's her who just trolls her fans constantly and is like, "Oh yeah, I shipped Azula and Zuko."
that's another approach. Just go complete troll. Just troll. You can do that. But,
Yeah, and eventually people will just burn out on being able to like keep up with you.
Exactly. Yeah, Eddie should have said, "I was joking. Fuck off." But he made a whole thread about like he went on and on and on. He should have just like made light of it even more. So I would have.
I think he wanted to be angry today.
Well, if he ever wants to be angry, I have a lot of videos on my channel.
But listen,
Whoa.
Eddie, like, please come on down because
No, we would love to talk with you, buddy.
yeah,
Yeah,
like,
I'm with me.
like
Yeah.
I know these guys
Passively aggressively
sometimes,
commenting
you
thumbs
know,
up on my
like for
shit.
now they're interrupting me. You know, no big deal. Just ignore them. Just ignore them. And yeah, they're a bunch of teddy bears. They're just don't worry about it. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I
Don't have,
understand.
We should actually send this. Like, we should send this out to him and see if he responds to like.
I mean, hopefully, like I was trying to be, you know, what's that called? Constructive criticism, you know, just because it does make a difference the way you say things. It really does. So.
I honestly like. I would love to just talk with him because I want to clear up the error on like the
The Kersey
conversation.
stream.
The Kersey stream. Like I like he attacked me out of nowhere because someone completely reframed, you know, a stream I did.
And he got fucking ratioed for it.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't
yeah,
know.
it was. I don't know that guy. I think I would really just like to clear the air and find out his writing process and that kind of stuff. Like, I want to know more about you because as knowing more about you will help me understand where your writing is coming from. Even if I don't think it's very good, I would like to understand it, and maybe I can give you some input from my angle of the woods and see if you can, you know, gain something from that.
Ain't nobody want that.
Ain't nobody got time.
Ain't nobody got time for no Raymond.
Neb raises an interesting point. The White Fang has cells everywhere, whereas the Atlas Woat Fang cell.
That
And
ship
if you have seen the Rwby Tubers at Home podcast on Murder of Birds channel, you will have heard my stupid thing where Fiona shut down the Atlas branch of the White Fang and joined, you know, Robin in political pursuits because I'm a genius.
And I have my own ideas, or that's going to go once I hit volume 7.
Murder of Birds. Who's
Yes.
that?
I don't know.
I don't know, but he does look
He's
different.
just some guy.
Quarantine hair and beard. I mean, sexy. Not gonna lie, but wow, he does look different though.
Yeah, be careful there. Cal might kill you.
Hey, she should be proud that she's got that.
fight,
sexy hair. What up?
Fight.
There's a lot of drama in the Rwby tuber community. Apparently, I see it all the time. Like random shit pop up. Like, what the hell's going on? Like, why is this popping up on my freaking
I
timeline?
really don't see why people have beef with each other. I really don't understand it
Yeah,
where it
it's
happens
weird.
all the time.
It's weird.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I don't know. There's two. Like I mean, there's definitely like a positive side and a negative. Like I think there is an idea of a positive side and a negative side, but it's really all just a spectrum that we like all occupy.
And
It's
it's more like a sphere because things that are positive for one person can be negative for another, and vice versa.
It's the Rwby horseshoe.
All right, guys. So before we go, real quick, just off the top of your heads, like one by one, what's going to happen next episode? What's your really quick, boom, this is what they're going to be doing.
Let's see. They're going to be chasing Oscar down, or no? You said that most of it's going to happen with the Atlas invasion crew. Is that right?
Yep,
Vex?
that's how they framed it. Yep.
Okay,
that was
so they're going to. I don't even know what they're trying to do up there. What was their plan?
They're trying to get into the.
Launch empty. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, they're trying to get the signal. They're trying to get the they're trying to break into Odina's office to to turn on the to launch the Normandy. You know that mission
Okay.
from Mass Effect.
Yeah, and
Exactly.
That's what they're doing.
At the base of the damn city, there's a military base, and they're trying to get in there to get the launch codes to launch Amity Coliseum.
Okay.
is okay? So that was Raymond. Fatman, where are they going? I mean, what? But like, what's gonna happen though? Okay, we know that that's the plan, but like, what do you think?
Yeah, I didn't even give my. I was.
Oh, I'm so
give us
sorry.
an
I thought you were done.
I was just wondering. I was trying to figure out like what we know, and I'm just like, oh, okay.
I see. Sorry, my bad.
I think we're gonna see Nora shenanigans because I think we're gonna get that scene where she's like unlocking the door with her semblance, like she's using it
Right.
to like take the electricity into herself. We're gonna see that.
Yeah.
We're gonna see Weiss threatening a person. I think we're gonna get either the last or second last batch of clips that we saw from the trailer, and I'm
Correct.
gonna win that bet
Yeah, I think you
because
are.
so far, Fatman's lost and Dashy's lost.
Yes.
But if we get more clips that are beyond episode 4, I've also lost. So
Yes. Fingers crossed, right?
because I said 3 and or 4.
Yeah, I think you got that, Raymond. Pretty good at that.
Pretty safe, but yeah, no, you guys still got it. I think they're gonna get separated. I think they're gonna try to follow Weiss up the tubes, and they're gonna get separated. All the tubes are gonna let out in different places, and they're
Okay.
all just gonna have it like a big old Scooby Doo in the Hall of
But-
Doors chase to try to get back together.
Oh, okay. But it's separated in Atlas, like in different. Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay.
In chapter
Yeah.
3?
Because like Weiss got sucked up the tube, and they're all gonna follow her up the tube, but they're all gonna end up in different spots. That's what I think is gonna happen.
Okay.
Next.
Well, I know that's not going to happen because I saw the the trailer. We're going to get all the shots from the trailer. They're going to go up the damn thing, and they're going to point their weapons at some freaking security guard guy. We'll get to the end of the chase scene. Oscar will get to go into the clouds, and it'll cut it. We won't see anything happen after that. At the end of the chapter, we'll see like Salem will come in front of Oscar, basically, and that's the end of it. But as far as the
gross.
oh no, right, come right in front of him, like yeah.
Oh my God, guys! Oh
Super
my
hard.
God!
And then yeah, but the rest of them will just be like they'll be got the launcher codes, and then Ironwood will find out they're in there. And that's it.
I'm sorry, I'm a middle schooler. Okay. Cool. And mine is that they are Neo. They're gonna send Neo or oh fuck, Cinder. I couldn't remember her fucking face. I'm gonna send Cinder down to and Neo, mostly Neo, to find out what's going on with Watts, because I don't think they think he's dead. I think they think that he's moling and trolling and trying to figure out something Neo, something she's gonna change it to somebody else. There you go. Okay, guys. Thank you
And
so
this is
much for joining. It is about that time. Guys, I'm trying to do this every Friday if possible. Around this time, maybe a little earlier. Vex, thank you so much for being here. Everyone, thank you. We had a consistent 69 or around people watching, which is amazing. It's my channel.
pretty
It's gotta
high.
be. It's gotta be.
Nice.
Highest I saw was 75.
Yeah, but I like the 69 areas. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Catch you all on the flip side.
Oh, here's the Dora art just to end the stream on.
Okay.
Goodbye,
let's see.
everyone.
Put it in the chat. All right. Bye, guys.